check 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Shaker Center on the campus of Indiana Tech for today's non-conference matchup featuring the Rochester Christian Warriors and your Indiana Tech Warriors, and today's Senior Day. Shaker Center. Our first senior is from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 2 outside hitter Dylan Poor, also known as Daniel Piper. Dylan is being accompanied by his parents Laura and Stephen and sister Shelby. Dylan is a 4-year member of the Indiana Tech men's volleyball program and will be graduating with a bachelor's in biomedical engineering. He was named to the 2025 All-Conference team and the Conference All-Academic team in 2024 and 2025. He has tallied 562 kills, 190 digs, and 41 aces, where he's currently number 2 in career kills set. His favorite memory of Tech is getting pants by Bo O'Leary in a lifting session his freshman year, and for the entire team, strict staff, and the softball team. Thanks to the memories, Bo. After graduation, he plans on attending Northwestern University in Evanston to pursue his master's in prosthetics and orthotics. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Dylan Poor. Our next senior is from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 3 center Nolan Bosley. Accompanied by his parents, Heather and Shannon. Nolan is a 4-year member of the Indiana Tech men's volleyball program and will graduate with a bachelor's in sports management. He was named to the 2025 All-Conference Academic team and has tallied 925 assists, 155 digs, and 35 blocks, where he is currently number 3 in career assists. His favorite memory of Tech is listening to Feed on Repeat with Bo O'Leary for 2 hours on the way to Cornerstone his sophomore year. He plans on being a graduate assistant coach post-graduation, pursuing his master's degree and his collegiate coaching career. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Bo O'Leary, Nolan Bosley. Our next senior is from Worthington, Ohio, number 11 middle blocker Bo O'Leary. Bo was accompanied by his parents, Kristen and Tom, and his sister Jessica. Bo is a 4-year member of the Indiana Tech men's volleyball program and will be graduating with a bachelor's in marketing. He has tallied 53 kills, 34 blocks, and 2 aces in his career. His favorite memory of Tech is watching Nolan Bosley start against the Masters at the National Tournament in 2023 and almost leading us to victory. Bo is currently interviewing for marketing jobs post-graduation back in Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Bo O'Leary. Our next senior is from Volleyball, Illinois, number 12, libero Alex Rosa. Alex is being accompanied by his parents, Eric and Susan, and his brother Sam. Alex is also a 4-year member of the Indiana Tech men's volleyball program and will be graduating with a bachelor's in biomedical engineering. He was named to the 2024 and 2025 All-Conference Academic team, and he has tallied 437 digs, 69 assists, and 5 aces in his career, where he is currently number 5 in career digs. His favorite memory of Tech is the team's 2026 spring break trip to Arizona. He is currently applying for graduate school, will he pursue a master's degree in biomedical or mechanical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Alex Rosa. Our next senior is from Joliet, Illinois, number 20, opposite Logan Easton. He is being accompanied by his parent, Brian T. Logan is a 2-year member of the Indiana Tech men's volleyball program after spending his first 2 years at Clemson University and will be graduating with a bachelor's in mechanical engineering. He was named to the 2025 All-Conference team. He has tallied 498 kills, 183 blocks, and 117 digs in his career, and is currently number 3 in careers per set. skills, 293 hits and 62 aces in his career, where he is currently number 5 in career aces. His favorite memory of Tech is going to the national tournament his freshman year. At post-graduation, will be a graduate assistant coach for Xavier University Volleyball in Cincinnati, while also pursuing his master's degree in sports administration. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Roosevelt. Our final senior player is the fourth time in the game number 25, middle blocker Logan Guevara. Logan is being defended by Paris A.C. Hu. Logan is a 5-year member of the Indiana Tech men's volleyball program and will be graduating with a bachelor's in communication. He was named to the 2025 All-Conference team and has counted 276 kills, 199 blocks, and 10 aces in his career, where his currently persistent total blocks and block assists. His favorite memory of Tech is winning the conference tournament his sophomore year. At post-graduation, he will be moving to Colorado to work in his family business and hopefully become a golf pro. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Guevara. Our final recognition is the graduate assistant Nathan Marshall. Nathan is being accompanied by Paris City Jeff. Coach Nathan has been the last few years with our program and will be graduating with his MBA in sports administration this May. Nathan's favorite memory of Tech is singing happy birthday to Diglett at Texas Roadhouse on our 2026 Arizona trip when it wasn't his birthday. Post-Tech, Nathan will continue his college coaching career where he is currently interviewing for positions. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Nathan Marshall. This graduating class for Indiana Tech has amassed an overall record of 69-38 and a conference record of 48-15. For the Indiana Tech athletic program and the coaching staff, thank you to the Indiana Tech men's volleyball class of 2026.
And with that, Senior Day celebrations are done. We'll have your starting rotations and another big matchup against Rochester Christian coming up in just a moment. You're watching Indiana Tech Volleyball on the Indiana Tech Digital Network.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I decided if I was going to come to Indiana Tech, I was going to be a different kind of instructor. I was really going to focus on connecting with students, teaching the students the theory that they needed, and also the practical applications.
Very practically, what that looks like is smaller class sizes. So my class sizes are the 8 to 10 up to maybe 20. And that's backed up with, we have 18 hours of office hours every week. I'm sitting in my office waiting for students to come in to talk about anything. It doesn't just have to be with the classroom.
In the College of Engineering, we have ABET accreditation for mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and biomedical engineering. ABET is the top accrediting board for engineering in the United States and probably in the world.
Another thing that is a very different approach at Indiana Tech, I think, that some other universities, is we try and make sure they have a lot of lab experience in the engineering department. All engineering programs are going to have laboratory courses, but in our laboratory courses we try to get them not just exposure to measurements and exposure to some of the devices that you'll be used, but I like to actually assign projects that are, realistic projects.
Those projects, this project-based learning, help students to work together in a group and be hands-on with their the material or the product that they're creating. Engineering students at Indiana Tech to me, stand out because I know that they've had a lot of experiences working in groups, working on projects, doing lab experiments to help them understand the material, and I think that prepares them well for industry.
First thing I'll tell a high school student is study, study, study. Get all the math you can possibly get. I honestly believe that the critical thinking skills you learn in math courses will help you with engineering courses.
The type of knowledge base that students should have coming in, they need to be problem solvers and critical thinkers. Those two things are really the essence of engineering. Regardless of flavor, they're going to need to figure out, there's a problem here, how do I solve it? And they need to think critically about that. They need to observe, listen to people, and then kick in those problem-solving skills to solve the problem.
Part of the growth of Indiana Tech has involved an increasing number of international students. So I think if we can expose students to different ideas, different cultures, again, it makes them that much more competitive in the marketplace.
In the Fort Wayne area, we have lots of large companies, BAE Systems, Fort Wayne Metals, General Motors, Raytheon, Harris Corporation, and the list goes on. We have a lot of employers that want our engineering students.
Indiana Tech, I think, continues to serve students even beyond their graduation. We really strive to keep in touch with our alumni on a personal level just to see how they're doing, but then also they want to give back to the university because of the experiences they've had here, so they want to provide opportunities for other students here as well.
We welcome you back inside the Schaefer Center. Starting rotations being introduced. No surprise with it being senior day today. The rotation going to have a very senior flair to it. Number 2. It'll be number 2, Dylan Poore. No surprise. Number 3, Nolan Bosley. Number 11, Bo O'Leary. Number 20, Logan Gieske. Number 24, Ben Rosno. And number 25, Logan Gamero. And Alex Rosno going to be in the Orange Crush libero jersey here today. So you can see the Warriors going to be in the black jerseys. Meanwhile, for Rochester Christian, Pablo Sanchez, unfortunately with a tough break in his first season, as the Warriors are 0-16 and have a very depleted lineup of only 8 men on the court, and only 8 men that will be eligible today in the rotation for Coach Sanchez and company. But nonetheless, still an opportunity for this Rochester Christian team to really at least try to play big spoiler here in the WHAC. And speaking of big spoilers in the WHAC, we saw that last night. We saw that last night in the win over Lawrence Tech, and what a thriller that was, finishing in 3 sets. Not many people expected that to finish in 3 sets, not even I, but nonetheless, a great win for the Warriors, winning that in straight sets. Now puts them all alone in 3rd place in WAC play. Still 2.5 out from Lords at 11-1. Bethel still perfect right now at 10-0 in league play. They are in action today as well. We'll get you updated on those games as the afternoon progresses. Meanwhile, leaders for Indiana Tech yesterday, no surprise, Dylan Poore leading the way yet again with 14 kills on the day, getting his tally up to 235 committed to today's match. Logan Gieske, a great day when it came to blocks. 4 blocks on the board, 7 kills. Zach Carnes with 5 blocks on the board. 2K Christian Cole with 5 kills on the board. Takai Peterson also getting 2 sneaky aces on the board for Indiana Tech in the win over Lawrence Tech. So, meanwhile, again, the story with Rochester Christian, they haven't won a match all season long, but you never know. These matches could be something a little bit different from time to time. When you come in with nothing to lose, maybe that's exactly what they're looking for here today. So a great matchup coming up in store between the Warriors of Rochester Christian and your Indiana Tech Warriors. Again, Warriors coming in at 12-7 over 13-7 overall, I beg your pardon, and 8-3 in league play, thanks to the win last night over Rochester Christian. Of course, a busy day of Tech athletics going on all across campus here at Indiana Tech, with lacrosse in action right now, and not to mention we've also got a doubleheader of baseball going on right now too, with Cleary and UM Dearborn about 400 yards away from us as they are taking on each other right now in lacrosse. We'll get you updated on those games as the afternoon progresses. But of course, it's a busy day of Tech athletics. We're glad you're joining us no matter what stream or game you're watching here on the Indiana Tech Digital Network, powered by Summit City Sports. Meanwhile, starting rotation for Rochester looks a little bit like this. number 1 in Jonathan Chow, number 6 in Claudio Orato, number 7 in Jeremy Lee, number 8 Josh Eaton, number 11 Xander Slate, and Marion Buchanan wearing number 20 and number 22 Jalen Tatum, I should say, all in the rotation and in the lineup today for Coach Pablo Sanchez and Rochester Christian. Inadvertent whistle and a redo. As our up official said, nope, that was me. So the inadvertent redo coming up now for IT. Now we'll do it again with O'Leary. Still the same result and goes out of play. Say jokingly it said T-O-T-O-T-O. But the Warriors start with the first point, 1-0. This one batted up the middle, gets over to Poor, able to get a kill on the inside, up and in. And you'll have to think that a lot's going to be really just pushing in on the opposite side here today. With Nolan Bosley in action. There's a block tip, saved in time by number 22 in Tatum. And so Rochester Christian now getting some quick points to start here in set number 1, 2-1 here in the first.
Serving for Rochester Christian, number 10, Josh Eaton.
Here's Josh Eaton now ready to sail this one over. Eaton currently leading the way in kills, 132 for the Warriors of Rochester Christian, that is. But the Warriors of Tech will get the net point. So again, a lot of back and forth we'll see here today between these two teams, but nonetheless, Rochester Christian has not won a game in any set dating back to March 4th against Aquinas, where they eventually lost to Aquinas back in Rochester Hills 3-1. Another push again on the opposite side, and a swing able to get in for number 6 and Claudio Orato. So Orato able to get the quick swing on the board. So last time these two teams faced off, it was February 13th, where the Warriors won it in straight sets at Rochester. And a chance to sweep the season series here if they can, as this one goes up the middle. Chance again, pushed over, swung down and in. So Logan Gamero now able to get the quick point on the board, so now we'll look to see, does Tech have a little bit of energy in them to try to go on a quick run to get this match started. Here's Gamero, able to get this up on the inside. High tip, saved again in the middle by Rosno. High swing, push off Leary. Off O'Leary to able to get the tip in time. And the Warriors back on top 4-3. So again, the Warriors have certainly had their way against Rochester Christian in the series history. As you see, number 25. And Logan Gamero ready to bring this one across. As Gamero gets this one down, but is going to sail out of play. So both teams having a little bit of trouble of trying to find at least the momentum going in their direction, as they've been really just trading points here for the first set. This one brought down. Lobbed over again on the backside. Another push again. This one going to be deflected. Back row. A nice save again in the meantime coming in from Rosillo. And a reset up coming now for Tech. Nice swing on the board from the hands of number 20 in Logan Gieske. Keep in mind, this is a Rochester Christian new to men's volleyball. It's their first season ever playing. In fact, this is only their second matchup ever against Indiana Tech. So the Warriors of Rochester Christian, the newest entrant in men's volleyball. Of course, they've been a wax staple for quite some time, but newbies when it comes to men's volleyball. And a block tip in front coming from the hands of Ben Rosno. So the Warriors now trying to find a little bit of the edge here as they are on a trying to go on a 3-0 run, getting the last two. Here's a push again for Gieske. This one tipped down, still kept live. We play on. One-hander off the hands of Rosno. Another push on the reset. This one going to go out of play. So a quick side out against Rochester Christian. And so the Warriors now lead it by 3, 7-4 here in set number 1. But it looks like they are going to go to the monitor just to see if they are seeing if that was maybe a tip out of play or just outside of the box. So with that, we will step aside. You're watching Indiana Tech Men's Volleyball.
I think it's really important for freshmen to realize you get out of college what you put into it. If you dedicate yourself to your classes and to your projects and to what you're doing in college, you're going to have a really great experience here.
I wish someone would have told me my freshman year that it's important to prioritize, knowing what's important, what's not important, knowing what I need to do opposed to what I want to do.
The 2 things that I think all freshmen should know is buy a parking permit so you don't rack up a bunch of fines and tickets, and also make sure you go to class, because it seems like a good idea when you're skipping, but then it's not worth it in the end when you fail the test or don't turn in homework.
As an international student, my advice for the freshmen is to not be afraid to make friends, because your friends here will end up being your family away from home.
Anything that you want to do, anything that you want to put on, anything that you want to showcase on campus, you can. There's always people around to help you do what you want to do here.
Make sure that you always take time for yourself to make sure that you're okay, because college can be very overwhelming as far as like schoolwork and friends and sports and just like everyday life. Always just make sure that you get what you need to get done.
It's important to have a relationship with your professors, because you become more personable with them. You start to engage in the material more. They can give you recommendations.
So the challenge will go for Indiana Tech, as they will be successful as Rochester Christian loses their challenge, and now an opportunity for the Warriors to try to keep the momentum in their direction on a quick 3-0 run. This one up to Gieske. Block tip, deflected, and out of play. This one just sails out of the box, and an opportunity for the Warriors to get a good chance on a reset. They have not won a match at all this season, but I'm trying to get closer in games. That's a quick ace on the inside. Coming from the hands of Claudio Arato. And just like that, it's Rochester Christian now looking to make some noise. 7-6. Here's the push again now coming from Arato. Arato able to sail this one up and over. And an easy push coming in from the hands of Ben Rosno. Kind of a one-hander off the hands of Rosno on the board, too, to make it 8-6 early on here in set number 1. Ben Rosno again ready to bring this one over. Rosno, little low roller. That's going to be an ace. And a run into the chair for number 7 in Jeremy Lee, so got to hope he's okay. So he took a little bit of a dive, and the Indiana Tech chair going down with him. It's a 9-6 Warriors on top of the orange and black variety, not of the red and white. Rosno again. Gets this one up the middle. Connects back over to Arato. High tip over and got it. He was able to get the deflection off the hands of Dylan Poore. And just like that, 9-7. Also, too, big day for volleyball across the state of Indiana, as boys volleyball in high school going to be kickstarting their seasons beginning today. And some local teams will be taking the court for the first time on Monday night to kickstart their season. Concordia Lutheran and Columbia City being one of those matchups. And of course, too, with a few men's volleyball players that have played before here in Fort Wayne. On the Tech roster, including Jesse Biedenbach and Zeke Litchfield. Litchfield, however, out on a scratch right now, so we won't see him in action here today as this swing is pushed up and in. Just know the sport of boys volleyball has continued to grow across the region and has certainly continued to grow in the WHAC too. Siena Heights not fielding the team, but Rochester Christian fielding instead. There's a push again now coming from Poor. Swing off the top, block tipped and in. As Dylan Poor able to get the big push up front. And Bosley able to get a hand on it too, so a double block up front. And the Warriors now back up 5, 12-7. So they will look to at least try to get this one in their momentum. That was dug up by Orato. Opportunity set up again for IT. It's Poor. Goes back row on the connection. Looks to reset. This one deflected, tipped down, and in time. As O'Leary was trying to chase for it, couldn't get it to go. As Xander Slate able to get the quick point on time. So the lead back to 4 for Indiana Tech. It's Rochester Christian trying to hang in there. This one deflected, saved by Chow. This one eventually goes out of the box off Nehemiah Rosillo, the Lubbock, Texas native. So Rosillo could not keep it in play. The lead up to 5, 13-8 here in the first. Another push again for Bosley. Gets it up on the inside. Another swing tip. One-hander off O'Leary. Or off Gieske, I beg your pardon. So a nice save again up front. This one into the net. So a nice little one-hander coming off the hands of Logan Gamero and Gieske. Both getting hands on it in the meantime. As Rochester Christian will stop to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Warriors starting off strong. Lead at 14-8 here in the first.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there are so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
We've got 4 matches in action going on today, not just this one, but also Mount Vernon Nazarene and Cornerstone, 13-10, an advantage of the Mount. There in the first set of that one, Lawrence Tech trying to go for the bounce back after the loss yesterday. They lead 11-6 in the first against Defiance. And a close one with Aquinas and Lourdes. It's the Saints leading over the Grey Wolves, 9-7. They're all in the first sets in that one. So a loss from Lourdes would immediately put Indiana Tech right back into the thick of things. They're already in third place, but you get a loss or two in path for Lourdes and Bethel. Could get them right back to the top of the table should they get there. A little run up into the net, going to go against IT. So right now the Pilots in pole position, we should say, to host the league tournament, which is less than a month away. So he's slated to begin on April 14th with opening round games. And if the season ended today, it would be Indiana Tech taking on Mount Vernon Nazarene. So this one sails out of play. So we see number 2 now in Dylan Poor, ready to bring it across again. Great day for him yesterday. 14 kills in the upset victory over number 13, Lawrence Tech. And a nice tip swing down in time for Logan Gamero, the Floyd Knobs native. The lead up to 6 for IT, 16-9 here in set number 1. Again, Senior Day ceremonies happened earlier. If you want to go back and watch those, you can scroll back to the beginning of the broadcast here on YouTube. As another block again up front coming in for Logan Gamero. As Gamero just continuing to command the pressure in his direction. And the Warriors up 8 17-9 here in the first. Here's Poor. It's received in the middle by Rochester. Another push again. This one broken up, and Poor just doing what he does best and able to get the jump leaps and get the blocks in time. So you can see the coach in Pablo Sanchez saying, come on, guys, what are we doing here? It's IT now doubling it up on Rochester in quick fashion. Little grazer for Poor. Another swing tip, this one in time. Just rattles off the net for number 7 and Jeremy Lee, the freshman from Troy, Michigan. Keep in mind, only one senior. It's Jalen Tatum out of Grand Rapids for this first-year Warriors team. So again, a lot of young energy for Rochester Christian. But again, got to start somewhere. This one deflected eventually on the board from the hands of Logan Gieske. Warriors back up 9. Here in set number 1. Here's Logan Gamero now. Gamero sets it up. Able to get this one forward. Tip, deflected, and got it. Quick push on the deflection coming at the hands of Claudio Aroto. As Aroto gets the quick point. Rochester Christian's done a good job of at least maintaining the lines in their advantage at top and bottom. And just trying to throw the Warriors of Indiana Tech off guard. And that's sometimes how you try to read a new program out and see, okay, what's working best for them and what's not working. How do we adjust to their style? Certainly it has not been an issue for IT here today, as they lead by 9. Here's Gieske. Able to get this one up the middle. Chance again, block tipped, still kept live. Now another push again over for Aroto. Into the net. Into the net and back on the board, 21-11 here in the first. And the Warriors trying to make quick work of this Rochester Christian team. But this one will go into the net in the meantime, so a chance to reset for the Warriors of the Scarlet and White. Here's another push up the middle. But a nice little one-hander flip coming off the hands of Bo O'Leary. As O'Leary able to get the jump tip over in time, and just like that, IT now within striking distance to finish off the first. This one just sails out of the box, and we play on. 22-13 advantage of IT. This one again up the middle. Pushed over. High swing, tip. Great push coming again from Poor. Now Rochester Christian going to have to reset here on the pass, but it's going to fall short. So again, they're trying to get the passing online for the Warriors, but nonetheless, it has certainly been all IT. And Bo O'Leary continuing the run. O'Leary again gets this one up the middle, sets up for a nice strike, but out of play as it just went to the right for Nolan Bosley. So he had a hand on it, but it just sailed to the right side. And actually got a few laughs on the bench as well, too. Here's a push, tip down in time for Chow. High swing, nice save of the back row from Rosno. Another push from Poor. Poor able to get the deflection in time. So he's able to get it off Claudio Aroto, and just like that, it's a set point opportunity for IT. As Bosley sails it over. Blocked up from Tatum. Not going to matter. Dylan Poor gets it back on the board. And so that is how the first set will come to a close. And Indiana Tech already in prime territory as they lead it 25-14. They win the first. We'll be back at the second coming up in just a moment. You're watching Indiana Tech men's volleyball on the Indiana Tech Digital Network.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I decided if I was going to come to Indiana Tech, I was going to be a different kind of instructor. I was really going to focus on connecting with students, teaching the students the theory that they needed, and also the practical applications.
Very practically, what that looks like is smaller class sizes. So my class sizes are the 8 to 10 up to maybe 20. And that's backed up with we have 18 hours of office hours every week. I'm sitting in my office waiting for students to come in to talk about anything. It doesn't just have to be with the classroom.
In the College of Engineering, we have ABET accreditation for mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and biomedical engineering. ABET is the top accrediting board for engineering in the United States and probably in the world.
Another thing that is a very different approach at Indiana Tech, I think, that some other universities, is we try and make sure they have a lot of lab experience in the engineering department. All engineering programs are going to have laboratory courses, but in our laboratory courses we try to get them not just exposure to measurements and exposure to some of the devices that you'll be used, but I like to actually assign projects that are, realistic projects.
Those projects, this project-based learning, help students to work together in a group and be hands-on with their the material or the product that they're creating. Engineering students at Indiana Tech are, to me, stand out because I know that they've had a lot of experiences working in groups, working on projects, doing lab experiments to help them understand the material, and I think that prepares them well for industry.
First thing I'll tell a high school student is study, study, study. Get all the math you can possibly get. I honestly believe that the critical thinking skills you learn in math courses will help you with engineering courses.
The type of knowledge base that students should have coming in, they need to be problem solvers and critical thinkers. Those two things are really the essence of engineering. Regardless of flavor, they're going to need to figure out, there's a problem here, how do I solve it? And they need to think critically about that. They need to observe, listen to people, and then kick in those problem-solving skills to solve the problem.
Part of the growth of Indiana Tech has involved an increasing number of international students. So I think if we can expose students to different ideas, different cultures, again, it makes them that much more competitive in the marketplace.
In the Fort Wayne area, we have lots of large companies, BAE Systems, Fort Wayne Metals, General Motors, Raytheon, Harris Corporation, and the list goes on. We have a lot of employers that want our engineering students.
Indiana Tech, I think, continues to serve students even beyond their graduation. We really strive to keep in touch with our alumni on a personal level just to see how they're doing, but then also they want to give back to the university because of the experiences they've had here, so they want to...
On to the second we go. As the Warriors won set number one, 25-14 over Rochester Christian. Other games going on right now across campus. It's men's lacrosse having a field day with UM Dearborn. They lead that one 16-6 over at Warrior Athletic Field. Meanwhile, not too far away from us in Warrior Baseball Field, Indiana Tech with a 4-1 advantage over Cleary in the first game of the double dip in that one. So a lot of great action going on across campus here today. We're just glad you're joining us wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Here's a push again now coming from the hands of Chow. Saved up from Aroto. Another high swing. Dug up by Rosno. They go again to Gieske up top. This one sails out of play. So quite similar to how the first set started, of getting a point off the target and off the board. But the Warriors again look to try to finish this in 3 straight if they can. So they won the first in commanding fashion, 25-14, and that's really been something we've seen this Warrior team do. Come out with a strong first set, but try to get back on some footing in the second, make it a little tougher for the opponents in the next one. But Indiana Tech, however, got the big win last night over Lawrence Tech, so obviously still some reveling in that one over the Blue Devils, and now pushing them up in third place at WHAC play. We'll look to try to continue to hold that spot, barring any results or shockers today. Bethel is off, so no Pilots not in action here this afternoon.
Serving for Rochester Christian, number 11, Xander Slate.
But Xander Slate now ready to bring it over. Here's Slate. Gets this back row. Connected over to Rosno. Rosno able to get the big swing down and in. So Ben Rosno able to get the quick jumper on the board. And the lead back even at 2 here in set number 2. Here's Alex Rosno. Able to get this one across. Deflected off the net and out of play. As Eaton trying to continue to get some points on the board. It's Josh Eaton wearing number 10, not number 8 today, mind you. Eaton again. This one gets a little grazer and a bounce off the net and in time. And we're even again at 3. So again, just the quick pushes going back and forth we go. Here's Chow. Up the middle. Big swing down low and in time for who else? Number 11, Bo O'Leary. So O'Leary able to get the swing up on the board. And the Warriors back on top, 4-3. So again, very similar to what we saw in the first set. Both teams just trying to feel each other out, just trying to see how you can get into a big swing of momentum. As it's really just been a tale of trading points, really, over the past couple of points here in set number 2. But will that continue here? We shall see. It's Josh Eaton now ready to bring it over. Eaton was wearing number 8, now wearing number 10 today. This one again on the push, but out of play. So the swing goes wide off Logan Gieske. And Rochester Christian back with the advantage, 5-4. And again, they've had the early leads in the sets, but then it's been Indiana Tech going on quick little spurts of scoring to eventually pull away. Rosno going to be deflected and out of play. It was off the hands of Chow. And Tech now with the advantage. And a chance to try to get some more points back on the board, even at 5 here in set number 2. Rosno again. Gets this one up the middle. Great pass. Another push down from the hands of Poor. Back row. Eaton trying to go for the save. Able to get it over in time to connect with Chow. And a set piece play upcoming for IT. Here's Poor. Again on the reset. Now another swing tip. This one going to be deflected. Off the hands. Poor. Tipped. Nice save again nice save coming from the hands of number 3. And Nehemiah Rosillo, but eventually the Warriors get the hard-earned point on that series. So the Warriors get the hard-earned point, but again, give credit to this Rochester Christian Warrior team for continuing to combat and battle in it. Rosillo gets it over to Chow. Dug up in the middle by Rosno. They go again for the reset. That one's on the board this time from the hands of Gieske. And IT now with their first 2-up advantage here in the second. So they lead it 7-5. So they won the first 25-14 in case you're just joining us. Trying to go for their 6th win in 7 matches. And trying to continue to keep the home winning streak going. reach over into the net. Going to go against IT. As it looked like O'Leary got a little too close for comfort. So we're down to a 1-point advantage, 7-6. Nehemiah Rosillo ready to sail this one over. Rosillo gets this one back row to connect. High push. This one down and in for Bo O'Leary on the board. So O'Leary able to get the quick swing in time. And just like that, the Warriors back with a 2-up advantage. Eight 6 IT. Another swing in the middle. This one broken up. Picked up back from Bosley. Now another high tip. This one back on the board for Dylan Poore. And again, still feels very similar to what we saw in the first set. Both teams kind of staying with as equals, but eventually quick scoring runs on the board for Indiana Tech. And continuing to tail on them made the difference. But will that be the case here, or we'll see Rochester Christian try to get a game and extend this match if they can. They're looking for their first win as a program. They won a game against Aquinas, but eventually fell 3-1. But trying to win their first ever match as a program is something that they're trying to do here in 2026. This one sailed off into the back row. Hits over to Slate. Another push again. This one is out of play. As Gamero sailed it a little bit to his left in the upper corner. As we get another push from Claudio Arato. Arato gets this one inside. But another swing tip ready for Poore. And on the board again, senior day celebrations going on, and not too many changes we've seen in the rotation for Coach Jordan Rosenberg and company. We've seen Alex Rosno come in as the libero, but other than that, not too many changes for the senior heavy squad, as they've really just been kind of making quick work in this match, as they have their highest lead of the second so far, 12-8. Here's Dylan Poore yet again. Poore into the net. So sail into the net against Dylan Poore. It's 12-9 advantage of IT. Here's Xander Slate, the Walled Lake, Michigan native. Able to get this one on the inside. But a block again coming in from Jonathan Chow, the Toronto native. And Chow able to get the quick jump in time to make this a 12-10 affair. And now Rochester Christian doing a great job of getting the blocks up front. But into the net it goes. Off Xander Slate. So Indiana Tech returning back into the rotations. And number 12 in Alex Rosno, the libero. Rosno sails this one up the middle. Chance again, block tipped. Going to be kept live by Rosno. By Ben Rosno, that is. Served up from Rosno. Tip, deflection, and got it. As the jumper from Josh Eaton gets it on the board. And Rochester Christian hanging in there as they only trail by 2, 13-11. Well, Indiana Tech trying to pull away late. It has not been in their advantage. Another swing. This one's going to go out of play. And now all of a sudden the momentum has shifted to the Warriors, I should say, of Rochester Christian. There's another push, this one down low and in time. So Tech still trying to pull away. With Logan Kieske now ready to bring this one over. Kieske going mid-row, connects over to Rosillo. This one going to be deflected down and out of play. 15-12 advantage of the Warriors. Of the orange and black, we should say. Can they keep the momentum going here at Schaefer Center? Great crowd today for Senior Day as this one goes into the net. Great crowd last night against Lawrence Tech, and the team celebrating like they won the conference title. It certainly felt as that has been the case, as they had not topped the Blue Devils in 3 years. So trying to keep that momentum here at home today against Rochester Christian, an upstart program in league play. Rosno, nice dig on the inside. Gets this one up top, but eventually deflected out of play off Rosno. 15-14. Indiana Tech trying to at least get some momentum going in their direction, but are struggling just a little bit. Here's Josh Eaton. Eaton able to get this one down. Another push from Poore, able to sail this one down low and in. As Dylan Poore gets it in time, and the Warriors back with a 2-up advantage, 16-14. Here in set number 2. A little grazer down low from the hands of Camaro. Deflected off the hands of Bosley. It didn't get the heads-up play. And now all of a sudden, Rochester Christian within striking distance. 16-15. Nehemiah Rizzio now. Able to get this one up the middle. This one brought down from O'Leary and got it. It's Bo O'Leary able to get the jumper in time. And just like that, the lead extended back to 2. 17-15. Here's O'Leary. Able to sail this one on the inside. Deflected down low, but they were looking for a tip. They didn't get it. And Tech gets the point. But now they are going to pull out the green card and try to go for the challenge. And that's exactly what they're going to do, is they were looking for a tip deflection on the challenge. So we'll take the point off the board. But if it holds, Indiana Tech up 3. If it doesn't, then it'll be a Rochester Christian point. We'll be back in a moment.
It's really important for freshmen to realize you get out of college what you put into it. If you dedicate yourself to your classes and to your projects and to what you're doing in college, you're going to have a really great experience here.
I wish someone would have told me my freshman year that it's important to prioritize, knowing what's important, what's not important, knowing what I need to do opposed to what I want to do.
The 2 things that I think all freshmen should know is buy a parking permit so you don't rack up a bunch of fines and tickets. And also make sure you go to class, because it seems like a good idea when you're skipping, but then it's not worth it in the end when you fail the test or don't turn in homework.
As an international student, my advice for the freshmen is to not be afraid to make friends, because your friends here will end up being your family away from home.
Anything that you want to do, anything that you want to put on, anything that you want to showcase on campus, you can. There's always people around to help you do what you want to do here.
So they roll the point for Indiana Tech as there was no tip called. And so the Warriors now take a 2-up advantage, 18-15, late here in set number 2. Or a 3-up advantage, we should say. As they will look to try to go back up and stay on top of things. Here's O'Leary. This one just outside of the box. Rochester Christian will have a chance to reset again once more. 18-16. So O'Leary coming out. Rosno returning back in. Alex Rosno, that is, returning back in. Here's O'Leary on the push. Poore, deflected. Dunk tipped in time for Logan Gamero. And the senior show is continuing, with Nolan Bosley now ready to bring it over. Bosley in a 3-point advantage, wearing number 3. Able to get this over to Chow. Gets a nice deflected one-hander. Going to have to go over to Gieske, and they do. Set piece opportunity upcoming, but into the net it goes. As Claudio Arato was trying to get a hand on it, but could not get it to go high enough. And the lead extended back to 4 late here in the second, 20-16. Another push again in the middle. So one broken back over to Slate. Slate again deflected, one-hander, nice save again from Gamero. Now a set opportunity upcoming with Eaton, able to strike that down and inside. And Eaton cuts the lead to 3. 20-17. And again, Eaton's done a great job of at least getting some quick strikes up front. And same as Claudio Arado as well. 20-17. Another push again on the inside. And deflected off the hands of number 7 in Jeremy Lee. As Gieske able to get the point in time to make it 21-17. It's Dylan Poore now trying to get close to striking distance to finish off the second. And interestingly enough, both teams still 2 timeouts remaining. It's been a very even matchup here in the second set, with the Warriors getting some breaks and quick strikes up the front line. Dunk up by Lee. Another push off Eaton, and Eaton able to read the lines in time. And just like that, back down to a 3-point affair. 21-18 here in the second. Xander Slate now trying to continue to keep the momentum in his direction. Slate sails this one mid-range. Another high push coming off the hands of Rosno. As Tatum now able to get on the reset. Push again for Rosno. Back row he goes. It's Ben Rosno able to get in the back row swing, and the Warriors now within 3. We're trying to go up 2-0. Here's Rosno. Able to get this one up and over. But a nice swing again from Eaton, still continuing to keep it alive. As Eaton again continuing to keep the composure in his direction, and with good reason. This one going to be deflected again. Dunk up from the hands of Rosillo. Rosillo, this one going to be way off the mark. It's Tatum and Eaton both able to get the deflection to make it 22-20. So Rochester Christian certainly not going down without a fight. This one pushed again. Block deflected from Eaton. They're going to have to go for a reset, and they will. Here's Rosno. Able to go back row. Nice save again coming in from Rosillo. One-hander from Eaton. Still kept live. They go back to Camaro. Able to get it on the board and in. Gieske able to get this one on the board and in time. And so the Warriors still have a little bit of breathing room, but not much, as they try to go up 2-0. Gieske gets this one across. Sets back over to Eaton. Eaton down low on the inside, but not in time for Eaton. As it just takes 2 in more ways than 1. Here's Eaton into the net. And a set point opportunity upcoming for IT to try to go up 2-0. And it'll be up to Ben Rosno. As Rosno going the back line of the court. Now able to get this one up and over. Deflected again on the inside. Now another push from Rosno. Little miscommunication from Rosillo. This one deflected by Poore, not going to matter. And that's at the second set. Will come to a close. So just like that, Indiana Tech with a 2-0 advantage going into the third as they win the second 25-21. You're watching Indiana Tech Athletics, powered by Sun City Sports and presented by St. Joe Place.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there are so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
We welcome you back inside the Schaefer Center as the Warriors win set number 2, 25-21. And again, Senior Day has been the story here so far today, and it's been the seniors that have played the entire match for the moment, too, from what we've seen. We haven't seen too many underclassmen come into the rotation as of yet. In fact, it's been nothing but seniors, and Dylan Poore, Nolan Bosley, Bo O'Leary, Alex Rosno, Logan Gieske, Ben Rosno, and Logan Gamero. Seniors and fifth-year players just continuing to really just play 7 deep, so not too many changes or substitutions in for Coach Jordan Rosenberg and company. Will we see that happen here in the third? We shall see. Meanwhile, for the Warriors, they head to the road next weekend up to Grand Rapids at a big weekend up there to try to add a little bit more to try to continue their WAC run and try to keep in third place as they take on Aquinas and Cornerstone next weekend. Cornerstone, the Friday night game at 7 p.m. Aquinas will be the game on next Saturday afternoon at 2. And then after that, the Warriors will actually welcome multiple opponents. We'll actually welcome in multiple opponents in the month of April as Mount Vernon Nazarene. That'll be a conference game coming up on April Fool's Day. And then a non-conference game that has been added against Viterbo. That'll be on Saturday, April 4th. And then they'll be taking on Lords on the 7th. Last time that the Grey Wolves may be coming into the Schaefer Center. The school announcing their closure coming up at the end of this academic year.
Serving for Rochester Christian, number 11, Xander Slate.
Number 11, Xander Slate now ready to bring this across. Rochester Christian up with the 2-1 advantage here in the third. Indiana Tech trying to go for another sweep at home as this one sails over the top and back on the board. Back to last time the Warriors lost a match at home. You have to go back to the game against Bethel back on the 20th when they dropped that one in 5. And also falling to St. Ambrose in 5 at home, too. Swing tip down again for Rochester Christian. And again, that's kind of been the story of the match thus far as they get some early points to start out here in their sets, but Indiana Tech eventually just countering it on going 2-0, 3-0 runs at any given point. Here's Carnes. This one deflected down over and on the board. I beg your pardon, not Carnes. It's number 25 in Gamero. As Gamero goes to the top shelf. And now back to serve is Gamero. Gamero. Low roller up the middle. Picked up from Arato. This one still kept in time. Another push. Deflected again on the mid side. But a nice dunk tip it in off of number 11 in Bo O'Leary. So O'Leary able to get the quick point. And the lead extended back to 1 as the Warriors looking to try to go for yet another home sweep. Another push again on the inside. This one going to be misconnected, but out of play. But again, credit to the Warriors of Rochester Christian for just continuing to try to go in for some big dives, but it has certainly been all IT here in this match today. Jump serve from Gamero going to go out of play. And we play on. 5-4 advantage of Indiana Tech. But Rochester Christian's done a great job of at least continuing the momentum in their direction. They've been led by number 10, Josh Eaton, with 12 kills on the day. But this one goes back into the net and on the board once more for IT. So Eaton has been the story for Rochester Christian. Meanwhile, for Indiana Tech, a bunch of different players that have continued to lead the way. But today it's Bo O'Leary having the highlights. He's 7 of 9 so far, only 1 error on the board. Logan Gieske also with 7 kills to his tally as well today. Is this one going to be broken up? Back over to Tatum, deflected again off the hands of Bosley. Now another push for Roseno. This one still kept live. Another block again from Roseno. Push again on the lift. Still live. Still in motion. Roseno eventually shuts it down. As Ben Roseno able to get it up over in time as he got a little close though, but on the 1 foot. Another swing again. This one deflected off the hands of Roseno. And a great crafted play by Jeremy Lee to get Rochester Christian back with the ball. But still got a mountain to climb here, 7-5. They trail the match 2-0. They trail the set 2 points to nothing. Or well, by 2, we should say. Rosillo able to get this across. Roseno with the light touch. Look to see if they go to him again, and they will. And Roseno able to get the deflection off Lee in time. The lead back to 8-5, the advantage. Again, Warriors winners. One about over, we should say, at Warrior Athletic Field as the men's lacrosse team getting the win over Dearborn. And at last glance, baseball, Warriors leading over Cleary. So trying to go for the sweep here today in all aspects here on campus. There's number 7 in Jeremy Lee. Lee gets this up and over. Another set-piece play for Poor. Lee on the one-hander. Nice save again from Eaton in the back row. And they reset again. Here's Poor, able to get it down low and in. Still in Poor, able to get the jump in time. He now has 7 kills on the afternoon as well. So again, it hasn't been really one player that's been dominating over another. It's been a team effort, which, if you're Coach Jordan Rosenberg and company, that's exactly what you want. As Roseno deflected, Poor just smacks it down low. As it's been kill after kill, no big deal, as the sign says from one of the fans here in the stand. Rochester Christian takes the timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Indiana Tech Volleyball, powered by Summit City Sports.
Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Good luck, Tammy.
See you, David.
Things happen. How do you make the unexpected happen? Take the next step with an online degree from Indiana Tech. Start with a visit to one of our 2 new Chicago area enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette. You'll discover a wide range of affordable undergraduate and graduate degrees with flexible class schedules designed to fit your lifestyle and help you earn a degree sooner than you'd expect. Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Well, the Warriors again continuing to keep the momentum in their direction, 10-6 here in set number 3. They've won the first two, 25-14, 25-21. Updates on some scores going on right now. Potentially an upset brewing in Defiance, as the Yellow Jackets were leading 27-26 over Lawrence Tech in that first set. But now they are even at 27, or we should say in the second set, I beg your pardon. With another swing kill in time coming in from Logan Gamero, gets it on the board. So Lawrence Tech trying to stave off a point loss against Defiance. 28-27 now they're in the second set there, so certainly something interesting brewing there today. Of course, the Blue Devils won the first set 25-16, mind you. Here's a push again, this time from Rosno, able to get the deflection off the hands of Lee. And the route is certainly on here at the Schaefer Center. The Warriors up 6 here in the second and third. Other games going on today. Cornerstone and Mount Vernon Nazarene, they're even at 1. 25-16, 19-25. Mount Vernon taking the first, Cornerstone taking the second. That one, 7-4 advantage of Mount Vernon in the third. Just another quick point on the illegal shift. Lords and Aquinas, the Grey Wolves trying to go up 2-0. They lead in the second, 22-16, but had a little trouble in the first, 26-24 against the Saints in Grand Rapids. Deflection coming in from the hands of Chow. Another push for Poor, able to swing off Eaton and gets it back on the board. As Dylan Poor again now finding his edge late here in the third, as the Warriors now lead it by 8. And certainly trying to finish this one up in style. And Roseno's also got 8 kills today as well. Deflected away from Rosillo. Over to Lee. Lee able to get the deflection off the hands of Roseno, and that stops the run for the moment. But not before. 4 points quickly on the board for IT to extend the lead to a 7-point advantage. As IT doubling up right now on the Warriors of the Scarlet and White. Reset again upcoming. Poor able to dunk it down and in. Dylan Poor now looking for a double-digit kill day. That's really been the story for him this season for sure. As he comes into this match at 235 kills, he's already got 9 now officially. And no surprise, leading the way for IT. Here's Eaton, deflected, able to get it down and in. But Eaton has done a great job of just continuing to revolve the offense around him for this Rochester Christian team and really just kind of being the basis of what this team can do moving forward. As the outside header's done a great job doing just that. With a low roller on the inside. Gets this down to Poor. Deflected again. This one saved up. Lifted back to Roseno. Still on the return. It's Eaton inside. Picked up by Bosley. They're going to go again to Poor with a jumper down and in. As Dylan Poor has gotten the last 3 points on the board. As the last 3 points on the board for IT, I should say. As the Warriors now again doubling up. 16-8. trying to go for another sweep. Poor, out of play. So that'll reset it again for Rochester Christian, but they've got some work to do if they want to stay alive in this one. It's Chow, able to sail this one across. Tipped back over to Rosno. Another push again for Eaton. Eaton, nice deflection, double block up front. Nice save again, but a dunk coming in from who else but number 20 in Logan Gieske. As Gieske able to answer the points in time. And just like that, it's the Warriors continuing to ride the momentum in their direction as they lead by 8. Push again for Rosno, deflected. And back on the board for Rochester, 17-10 here in this third set. Again, still 3 chances to see your Warriors, but you won't be able to until April Fool's Day, when they welcome Mount Vernon Nazarene in a Wednesday night affair. Then they'll take on Viterbo in an afternoon game on the 4th. Nice swing again coming in from the hands of Bo O'Leary. So Leary able to get this one in time, and the lead extended back to 8. And Logan Gieske now ready to bring this one over. Here's Gieske. Able to get this one inside. Pushed back, blocked, and got it down. As O'Leary and Rosno both able to get the kills in time, and the lead extended back to 9. 19-10 here in the third. Another low jab down the middle. Blocked again from Rosno. Still kept live. They go back to Chow. Right back your partner, number 3 in Rosillo. Rosno deflected. Back over to Lee. They set it over to Eaton on the swing. Still kept live by IT. Poor with a 2-hand jam. Saved to the back row by Eaton and brought over by Lee. Another swing. Blocked, tipped by Tatum. This one deflected. Eventually out of play. And Rochester Christian had to work for that point, but they got it. Make it 19-11 here in set number 3. Again, we'll be back with you on April Fool's Day with Mount Vernon Nazarene coming to town, but the Warriors got 2 big ones coming up in Grand Rapids against the Saints of Aquinas and Cornerstone. That'll be next weekend. Nice swing again from Bo O'Leary. And the lead back to 9. 20-11. Ben Rosno now ready to bring it over. Here's Rosno. Able to sail this one up, deflected, and nearly going through that concrete window here at the Schaefer Center, but nonetheless, still a point. And the Warriors close to trying to finish this one off in a convincing 3-0 fashion. Rosno again. Able to set this one up. Deflected back down to Eaton. And Eaton still keeps his team in it. On a nice swing in time. And Eaton again is going to be one of those key players to watch moving forward. Just an absolute stunner when it comes to being the offensive target. Of course, he is the lone hitter that this Rochester Christian team has so far. Between him and Tatum, I should say, as this one goes into the net. Lead extended back to 10. And Alex Rosno now ready to bring it over. But interestingly enough, no substitutions today for Jordan Rosenberg. He trusts his team in what he has right now. And it has certainly continued to be as such. But a tip off the hands of IT. Going to give Rochester Christian yet another opportunity here. 22-13, advantage of the Warriors. Still have plenty of work left to do. Or just let that watch out of play. 23-13, the Warriors going to improve to 14-7 and 9-3 in WAC play. And a chance to, again, really just kind of see how the rest of the league is going to shake out. This one's deflected and back on the board for Rochester.
Serving for Rochester Christian, number 11, Xander Slate.
Xander Slate now ready to bring it over. Slate gets this mid-row. High swing down and got it. As Logan Gamero gets it up and in, and it is indeed match point. And an opportunity to try to sweep it again in 3. Here's Poor into the net. This Poor actually getting jokingly booed by everybody. As it goes into the net. So they'll have to do it on defense. Push from Rosno. This one's going to be way high off to Chow. Here's Eaton. Dunk tipped, but out, but inside. And that's how this match will come to a close. So the Warriors win it in 3. And yet another sweep will hang on. They're going to challenge the play, so not officially over as of yet. So they're going to challenge the play to look to see if it was inside or not. But if it is inside, then this one is over. Or if they found an extra tip on it, it is over. But Rochester Christian thinking that they've got another point to play or two. Coach Pablo Sanchez in his first year. It's the Warriors in their first season as a program out of Rochester Christian. So we're looking to, again, get the official ruling. After Dylan Poor being jokingly booed, as now the team has cleared the bench and gone up to the ramp. And watching it from the concrete window. But again, looking to see what that official ruling is going to be off the tip. If it is a tip, game over. If it is inside, we play on. It is stay with Indiana Tech. Now we can say this one is over. So now we can say Indiana Tech is going to move to 14-7 overall. They are 9-3 in league play. They'll return to action here at the Schaefer Center in a week and a half, April 1st against Mount Vernon Nazarene. Before that, 2 big ones on the road against Cornerstone and Aquinas. Baseball still live with Cleary right now here on the Indiana Tech Digital Network. We will join you on April Fool's Day as the Warriors trying to get a big sweep on the weekend over Lawrence Tech and Rochester Christian. For all of us here at Indiana Tech Athletics, powered by Summit City Sports, Joe Northern saying thanks for watching. We'll see you on April Fool's Day. So long.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything.